seat of the taxi got high. Voice of magnetic. And I don't ever want you to stop. I want you to stop. Oh, oh,
I know sooner or later it will come, the day that I know I'm in love.
맛있다.
Will it feel warm and dry like a kiss in July? Will it chill down my bones when I'm cold like the snow? And I look at my window to see what the universe has in store for me. People passing by in the street,
치즈 있으면 맛있을 것 같아.
smiling at me,
맞춰봐라.
'cause they already know what it's like being in love. The sky starts to roll up its clouds, so the sun can just stop hiding out. Get, but I know you're out there. I just wait for the day where the sky will spread open its clouds, so the sun can just stop hiding out. The windows will open and
저 안에까지 완전 닿겠는데. 너무 많다. 오, 벌이다.
There in the club, I saw you. 6 feet tall, free on the dance floor. Immediately, I was so drawn to you. The background dissolved into nothing at all. Game like crazy. Euphoria in our little world. Force of magnetic. And I like the sound of your words, sound of your words. Oh, 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 oh. 3 months later in the airport, 6 feet tall, approaching me slow. A kiss that flies me through the rooftop. The background dissolves into nothing at all, and it's fine as we're touching. The seat of the taxi got high. For